Hey guys, Star 77 Productions back at you with another review video. You can follow the link below to purchase these products on Amazon, and we fully recommend them and use them here in our household. And this one is going to be for one of the better noise canceling headphones that you can find on the market these days. This one is Sony's, and it is the WH-1000XM4. I'll just call it M4 for now. It's a good time to kind of review these because they're just coming out with the M5s. Those are quite expensive, and you can probably find these M4s for pretty good discounts these days. So I got the platinum silver ones here. It's more of a kind of a grayish color. You know, it really matches the same gray in the carrying case as well, but they do have kind of like a dark navy blue and a black that you can get as well. And these are really good and comfortable noise canceling headphones. There's quite a few cool features to them, and let's just start listing off of some of those now. One of the cool features is that inside of here you can kind of see a tiny little window sensor in there. And that is a feature for whenever you take these off, it can turn them on, and then when you put them back on, resume play. And I find that feature works very well. It also has a sensor in here so that when you're putting them on your ear, it can change the pressure inside of those to match the size of your ear and the different areas inside of the headphones to better give you more sound quality and help with noise canceling. So it pretty much is called, adaptive noise canceling, where it can adjust slightly the pressure inside to your ear and the way you hear sound. So that is another very cool feature. And then there's a lot of technology built into the app that you put in your phone, and you can control all sorts of things like how strong or how light you want the adaptive noise control to be, whether or not you want to let certain sounds in, like maybe the sound of a human voice come through but block everything else. Or you can down tune the noise canceling so that if you're outside and you want to hear, a car drive by or something that's around you, you can make it less noise canceling. And then when you're inside and you really don't want to hear anything, you can increase the noise canceling. All sorts of different levels that you can choose from. And the app is pretty user-friendly. You can download that on Amazon and for the iPhone. So in the box you get the charger, you get the cool carrying case. It fits in there pretty snugly. It kind of has a diagram of how you lay it in there. And you get an adapter for an airplane, in case you want to use it on an airplane. You get the hardwire in case you're not using Bluetooth. Of course, you get the charger, and then the headphones themselves, and then you just need to download that app. They will fit pretty much any size of head. I don't even really, need to extend them much. I have a fairly long head. So who knows, if you have a very small head, they might feel a little bit big on you. But then again, they're really not made to be, running around or working out in them. They trap a little too much air in your ears, so they would get quite sweaty if you were trying to work out in these. You could do light little workouts, nothing, too terribly overactive, and you would be fine. But they are pretty much built for comfort. These are very, very comfortable. I've had, a couple cheap pairs. I've had the Bose, and then I've also had the Bose Quiet Comfort, and just was not a huge fan of those. I thought there was a little too much extra humming noise in the background that they had to use to kind of create the noise canceling. And they weren't nearly as comfortable as these. So I wore those for about 3 weeks and returned them. And kind of after doing a lot of research, just settled on these guys. And I've been very happy with these. Some of the features that these guys have, let's see here. I don't know if you can see this diagram, but it does have touch sensors on the outside of the headphone here. And you can turn that feature on and off with the app. And basically, if you click on the top or the bottom, you can raise or lower the volume. And then on the left and the right, you can fast forward or rewind. In the middle, you can accept a call or mute a call. And the touch sensor is pretty good. Every once in a while, it's a little finicky, or it'll change a song when you didn't actually press it because maybe you moved your head around and hit something ever so slightly. But you can always turn that feature off if you're trying to sleep in these or trying to relax more in these. But it is a good feature to have, and it really is susceptible to your fingers just kind of tapping on the outside here. And then once you get that down, it is pretty easy. Then you have a power button here on the bottom. You have the hard-wired, jack here. You have your charging point. And you have your power and customization button here. The custom button kind of lets you cycle through different noise canceling features. And then the power button, depending on how you tap that, will give you a couple things of information like how much charge is left, how much life is left in them, and a couple other cool things, kind of what your settings are. And the custom button does that as well. So these are pretty durable. I've had them for about 5 months now and they look brand new. Now again, I haven't been doing too many exercises in them, but they are cool to walk around and they make things crystal clear. I listen to a lot of ASMR where you don't, you kind of want to fine tune and get rid of that hissing in the background, and you really want to hear precise sounds, very clear, and you want to block out all outside noise, and I find that these do the trick very well. It's almost like sometimes the noise canceling is too powerful. You feel like you're kind of off in your own little world, and you need to drop that down a little bit. So yeah, they do come in a couple other colors, like the black and the dark blue. It's got a 30-hour battery life, all the way up to 38, depending on how you're using it. I rarely have to charge these guys. That's the one thing I love about it. You charge it there for a little while, 2 or 3 hours, and then you're good to go for like 2 or 3 weeks without even having to worry about charging it. It holds a charge for a long, long time. It's got hands-free calling, high definition with that touch feature that I told you, how you can start a call, stop a call, and mute a call depending on where you're touching the sensor at. It's got Amazon Alexa built in, and I believe some of the new ones also have Siri as well built in. So you can turn on and off that talk to feature and have it do certain things for you based on voice commands. It takes the USB Type-C charging headset. It's got that headphone cable, and the carrying case is pretty compact and works very well. And it's also got 360 real audio adaptive control. And basically, you have to buy a third-party app, install that on your phone, and any video or music that you're listening to that has the 360 feature, you will get that 360 sound. Basically, it's just an all immersive sound quality where you almost feel like you're either at the concert, you're at a movie theater. It's kind of a surround sound feature that gives you the 360 degrees feeling when you're listening to that audio. And of course, I think it's a subscription or a pay-by-play, but it is well worth it. I've done it a couple of times and you really do get immersed, and it makes, some Music and bands sound absolutely amazing, and like you are right there in the recording studio with them. I really don't have any cons about this. Maybe that they might not work for smaller heads, and that sometimes the tap sensors can be a little finicky. But other than that, these are absolutely amazing. They're kind of that maybe mid to higher price point, but I bet you now that the M5s are coming out, you can get some really good deals. It's got the dual noise sensor technology here on the outside to help control any outcoming noise that's coming in and cancel that out. Let's see what else they got here. Yeah, it's got the Edge AI system built in, created by Sony Music Studios. It's got that long battery life, the touch sensors. It's got speak to chat technology, just like I was talking about. And it can automatically reduce a volume when it senses that you're having a conversation with somebody. It pauses playback, like I was saying, when they're removed. You have seamless multi-device pairing in case you want to be paired with a phone and a tablet and maybe something else. You don't have to always just be paired to one device. It's got that adaptive sound control, like I was saying, where you can personalize the experience to yourself. And it has the pressure sensor, which also aids in the comfort and aids in its noise canceling. And not too many issues I've had with this. Every once in a while when you download the Sony app to connect it to your phone, there can be a little bit of a delay in your phone recognizing the headphones. I think it's because it has to go through that app first. And if you don't use that app, they pair just right away, no problem. But that does slow it down just a touch. But overall, really tons of pros and not many cons. And I highly recommend these. Here's kind of a close-up look. And just follow the link in the description below. Purchase these products. Help our channel grow just a little bit. And thank you so much for watching this review.